Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another video in the Ultra League Holiday Cup, and these are actually my battles that I did on stream, and I had a 10-0 win streak. Now, I saw somebody on Twitter say they reached Legend with this team, so that's why I decided to give it a try. I wish I could give credit, I don't know who it was. It wasn't a content creator, so again, I don't know if anybody else featured this team or anything else, but I did get it from Twitter, so huge congratulations to the trainer that reached Legend with this team. Again, I wish I could give credit, but I don't know who the trainer is. Or where I saw it. But either way, it's an Aurorus, Giratina, and a Alolan Ninetales. So it worked out really well for me. Of course, Aurorus is really weak to fighting, like Virizion's double kick attack, Obstagoon's counter attack, but you do have two answers to them. Giratina is not an answer, per se, to Obstagoon, but it still doesn't do bad against it, right? I mean, with Dragon Breath. So we're going to bring in a Alolan Ninetales, they bring in Charizard. It's amazing that we won Switch, because now Giratina can be aligned to this Charizard. They're going to be able to hit us with Dragon Claw. We know they're not going to go for the Blast Burn, but Dragon Claw really does not do too much damage. And I do decide to bait because they're pretty low to begin with. So might as well bait, right? Might as well bait. Let's go for the Dragon Claws. We don't even need to go, even if they don't shield, we don't even need to go for the Ancient Power. And they do shield as expected. We're just going to go ahead and not even charge up for an Ancient Power. Just go for the Dragon Claw right now. This is looking pretty good for us. We are going to go ahead and pick up that shield. And we do want to get to another one. They do go ahead and throw. I think I actually let it go. Yeah, just let this go. Yeah, this is going to KO Giratina. And of course, the Alolan Ninetales is weak to Charizard. But that's totally fine. That's totally fine, right? They switch into Obstagoon. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save the shield for Charizard. We're going to take these attacks. And yeah, Crush Chop not going to be enough to KO, obviously. We're going to be able to farm down. They're going to be able to throw another one, but again, this is still not going to KO, so we're going to farm down and be able to throw a Weather Ball into the Charizard, and we still have a shield to protect ourselves from that Charizard's attack, right? So that's going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent there. We're going to move on to the next one, Aurorus into Alolan Ninetales. So this is not really good. You know, it could go multiple ways. You could go for Immediate Beam and land it, right, if they call the bait, or you can go for a bait. In this situation, I am going for a bait. Sometimes I go for Medium Mash. It all depends how I'm feeling. We're feeling risky. They do go ahead and shield. That is huge. Now, you could go for another bait. They're likely to double shield. I'm going to go ahead and invest the shield. I really do want to win Switch. Going to be a Side Shock. But I don't think I bait this time. I think I go for Meteor Beam. I do go for Meteor Beam. So Meteor Beam will be enough to get KO or pick up the final shield from the opponent, and they do go ahead and shield. So we didn't bait, and we're still able to get to a Meteor Beam before they can farm us down. So if you can get one shield, you should be able to win that matchup. And we're very low. They're not going to be able to get a lot of farm against us. So very nice. Absolutely incredible. Now the great thing about Snorlax, I do bring in my Giratina here, is that yes, it has Lick and we are weak to Lick, but most of the movesets from Snorlax are going to be Body Slam and Superpower. Someone in the chat when I was doing these battles did say that they battled a Snorlax with Outrage, so it is a possibility, right, that you do get hit with an Outrage. Obviously, if you want to be able to touch these Giratinas, you might battle someone who's running it. But it's actually going to be, they're going to switch into Giratina, and this is just going to be a beautiful match. Yeah, Ancient Power is super effective, but we double resist the Dragon Breath. Ancient Power not enough to KO. We're not going to invest the shield there. This is going to be a beautiful game. I actually do throw this Weather Ball so they can't get off another Ancient Power against us. And that is actually not enough to KO. One ball will, and this is going to be a good game. My opponent will concede there. Yeah, well played to them. We're going to be able to take that. A lot of Pokemon. I've seen a lot of teams that are ABA, to be honest, weak to Trump. I've seen a team that was triple weak to Trump. Okay, so Aurorus into Virizion, not a good matchup because they are weak to Ice, but we are double weak to fighting, right? So we're going to pivot out into Giratina. They're going to be able to go for the Stone Edge. That is fine. Stone Edge is not enough to KO, so they're going to switch into Charizard now. So I do throw the Ancient Power, probably picking up the shield. I mean, this is double super effective. It would do a lot to the Charizard. We do pick up a shield, and we do get the boost. You love the boost, so they're going to be able to throw an attack. We could take it. Even like if we didn't get a boost, we could still take it. So we're not going to shield that. And I think I make a mistake here. I go for a bait. The bait was really not necessary because they don't shield it. I didn't think they were going to. I don't know why I baited. I think I baited because I got the boost, but I don't know. I don't really know. So now I have to shield. If we didn't bait, we went for the Ancient Power, we wouldn't have had to invest that shield. So that's an error on my part, but it is what it is. That's okay. In comes Magneton. Exo Magneton is pretty good for this meta. We're going to be able to go for an attack. And we're going to be able to go for another Dragon Claw attack. So very nice. Even though it's resisting, the damage is still adding up because Magneton is really squishy, right? And they do switch into Virizion. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out my Alolan Ninetales. It would be difficult for them to, like, what is it? Thunder Shock my Giratina down, right? So we're going to bring in, we're going to take the Stone Edge. You better believe we're going to take it. And my opponent is just going to go ahead and concede there. That is going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. We're going to be able to take that one. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Aurorus into Aurorus. So we do have a mirror match here. So you could bait. You could go straight Meteor Beam. However you want to play it. We're going to go straight Meteor Beam. They do win CMP against me, which obviously not great. I don't have a great IV Aurorus. It's okay. But the Meteor Beam does so much damage. That is really unfortunate. I guess I should have shielded it. For some reason, I didn't think it would do that much. I don't know why. But they don't shield either. So I guess they were calling the bait. They're going to go and catch this on Virizion. But this is super effective towards Virizion and we're boosted. So I'm okay with that going into Virizion. I'm going to bring in my Ninetales now. Unfortunately, they will be able to reach a possible Stone Edge. So I kind of have to shield it unless if I want to be hit with this Stone Edge. And it is a Stone Edge. So that's a good shield by me. And my opponent's just going to leave that game. So I don't know what else they had, but you know, I guess something maybe weak to Alolan Ninetales. Good game. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. We do have a Giratina in the lead. You absolutely love to see it. If they switch out, we have the Ninetales for that, and they go into Virizion. So we're going to bring in the Giratina. The reason we bring in the Giratina is because we have Alolan Ninetales for that Giratina, right? We don't want to bring in the Alolan Ninetales now. Plus, Alolan Ninetales is weak to Stone Edge. We don't want to take that or either. So definitely want to bring in the Giratina here. And we're going to go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw. Is this the team where I battled that was triple weak to Charm? It may have been. I battled a couple teams that were triple weak to Charm, actually. So we're going to take this Stone Edge attack. We're going to be able to survive it easily. And we're just going to go ahead and throw a Dragon Claw. We almost have another Dragon Claw. This is going to be able to KO the Virizion. And they just let this go. Yep, makes sense just to let it go. And in comes Giratina. So we're going to be able to throw this attack into the Giratina. And very nice. We're just getting off some chip damage. They will be actually, we switch out, yeah, and they have Obstagoon. So this is the team that is triple weak to chip. So the reason I switched out is because I knew I had the Ninetales for it later, right? So it makes sense. So we're just gonna go ahead and go for as much damage as possible. Yeah, they might be able to counter us down. They don't counter us down. They throw an attack, but that's fine because we do have the Alolan Ninetales that can easily sweep this whole team. So I mean, the team probably works fine as long as you're not going up against a Charm user, but. We're looking good here. We're going to go ahead and shield it. I'm just going to go ahead and shield it. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be a Crush Chop. Could have let that go, but it's fine. And my opponent will concede. And that is going to be a great game. That is going to be the first 5-0. You absolutely love to see it. And here we go. Moving on up into the 2800s. We're so close to Legend. But that's not all. We have another 5-0. So Aurorus into Charizard. So if you have to see a Charizard, you definitely do want to see it in the lead. Although actually Giratina does fine against it. Now, I make a mistake here. So they bring in Kira. And I was actually thinking, what do I do now? I don't really have an answer to Kira. Hello, Alolan Ninetales, PK, anything inside that Bidoof hat of yours? I mean, so yes, of course we do great against Kieran with Alolan Ninetales because all the moves are resisted. The Dragon moves are double resisted. Glaciate is resisted. I should have went into Alolan Ninetales immediately. My mistake. Shouldn't have taken that damage with Aurorus. But at the end of the day, that is okay. Because we still had such great alignment anyway. Now they throw an attack. Of course, it has to be Blast Burn if they want to KO us. So it is Blast Burn. Of course, makes sense. I expected it. Which one do I bring in? Both of them do pretty good. We bring in the Aurorus because we have energy, I guess. And I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Meteor Beam. And they don't shield, and that is really good that they don't shield that. They're gonna be able to get Night Slash off, but Giratina Dragon Breath doing neutral damage, doing a lot. Night Slash is not a powerful move, and we double resist the counters, so they don't do much to us. This is actually not that bad of a matchup at all for the Giratina, especially after that Meteor Beam hit, right? So they do go ahead and shield. I'm pretty sure I let this one go. Yeah, just let this one go. Gonna be Night Slash, totally fine. And we throw this before they get to another Night Slash just to KO it. Could have farmed down, but I think we would have had to shield a Night Slash if we went for the farm down. But either way, in comes the Charizard. Obviously, one Dragon Claw will be enough to KO us, but we still have two shields, right? I clicked on the Dragon Claw. Didn't have to. Could have just farmed it down. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw. Getting the final shield. Do I switch out after this? I might switch out into the Aurorus. Yeah, I do. Yeah, and we can just get to this weather ball. So yeah, we're going to be able to take this game, and that's going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. But yeah, Charizard is fine in the back as long as you win the lead, because obviously Alola Ninetales doesn't want any part of Charizard at all, right? So good game. Let's move on to the next one. Aurorus into Aurorus. So we do have a mirror match going on. So we learned how much Meteor Beam does to an Aurorus, and it looks like they lagged for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw my Meteor Beam right now, see if they want to shield, see if they let it go. We'll see what my opponent decides to do, and they let it go. So much damage, so much damage. I'm going to go ahead and shield this. But my opponent actually does a great job of baiting me, so they bait me with the weather ball, so really well played there. So I'm just going, I can't farm down now because they baited me, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for the weather ball. They do go ahead and shield, so what I could do is shield this Meteor Beam and farm down, which is what I'm going to do. They might switch out, I think they do switch out, yeah, they do into Alola Ninetales. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the bait right now. I want to throw the bait and then try and get to a Meteor Beam. See if I can. We do get the shield, which is huge. And, oh my gosh, they get to the attack just before I get off the Meteor Beam. But I'm banking on Aurorus living this. And we do live it, and we get off that Meteor Beam. This is going to be enough to KO. Meteor Beam is a great move. Oh yeah, goodbye Alola Ninetales, and now we switch out into our Alola Ninetales, and my opponent will concede, and that is going to be a beautiful game, very well played to them. Moving on, Aurorus into Alola Ninetales. So, we've seen this earlier, I think, right? You could bait, you could go straight Meteor Beam, whatever you're feeling in the moment. They might call it, they might not. I'm going to go ahead and bait here, see if the Alola Ninetales wants to shield. Hopefully we shield, obviously we want them to shield, and they do shield, which is great for me. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this. Now, I think he throws a Psyshock. He does. I'm kind of surprised that they don't bait with Weather Ball, but in comes Ampharos. So when I saw the Ampharos, I was kind of debating what to do. I throw my Meteor Beam, and then I think I go into Giratina. No, I guess I'm staying in and trying to get off a Weather Ball. I shield this so I can get off my Weather Ball. I guess I could have went into, but the thing is, if I went into Giratina, I know he has Brutal Swing, although we do resist. That's why we had to get off the Meteor Beam first, right? Oh no, I go into Ninetales. Okay. I go into Ninetales, I guess, because I resist the Brutal Swing. Yeah, it was pretty tough. I don't know. I guess I could have played that probably a little bit better. But anyway, they bring in their Alola Ninetales, so we're going to be able to throw this Psyshock right now. And let's go to connect. Very nice. They're going to be able to get off a Psyshock of their own, but it's not going to be able to KO my Alola Ninetales. We're going to be able to live it. Very nice. And in comes Giratina. You'll love to see it because we can get to a Weather Ball before they Dragon Breath us down. And this is going to do a lot. It's not going to KO. It's going to do a good amount of damage. Not going to KO. If they want to go for the Dragon Breath down, that's totally fine. We're going to let them because look how low Giratina got. We just need one Dragon Breath to KO it, and my opponent will concede. That is going to be a great game. Very well played to both trainers, or to both trainers, to me and my opponent, right? But let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Aurorus into Cofagrigus. Ooh, Cofagrigus. Okay, very, very interesting here. Not great. I mean, I don't bait against this because I'm not convinced that they're going to shield, so I do go straight Meteor Beam. You know, I mean, you could bait because the Weather Ball is neutral as well, but I go straight Meteor Beam. Now, my opponent does end up shielding, so obviously a bait would have been fantastic, but that's not what I did. I went for straight Meteor Beam, and we're going to be able to get off another Meteor Beam, which is good. But we're going to get another shield. So again, baiting one of those would have been beautiful, but we didn't do that. Now, I do shield this. I don't know if it was worth it because we do get to a Weather Ball, but it's not going to be enough to KO. We don't get to a Meteor Beam. So if we were able to bait the Meteor Beam, or bait the Weather Ball, yeah, Weather Ball and then bait the Meteor Beam, we would have gotten to another Meteor Beam. So they do get off an attack, which is really unfortunate for me. But again, you never know. I mean, I guess baiting would have made sense. Actually didn't KO us, but they... doesn't matter. We bring Giratina just to farm down. Okay, in comes Obstagoon. Interesting. So we switch into Alola Ninetales, and we're hoping that it's not Charizard in the back. And as you can see, it's not. It's a Gyarados. You'll love to see it. So a little bit lucky there. We got a great, great back lineup that we love to see. They're going to be able to throw an attack. Doesn't matter. We can take multiple Aqua Tails, right? Alola Ninetales does not care. And we're going to be able to fun this out. I think they get to one more. They do get to one more, but that's totally fine. Alola Ninetales, as I said, does not care. So we're going to be able to take this totally fine. And they bring in the Obstagoon. We actually live this. And the thing is, he will be able to take out my Alola Ninetales after I get off this Weather Ball. But that's fine because we have a Giratina, and Giratina can take Night Slashes. So, I'm actually not going to switch out. Well, there you go. I guess I switch out. I want to take one more Charm through and then switch out into Giratina. And yeah, just another Dragon Breath, and that will be a good game. Very well played to my opponent there. Able to take that one, absolutely incredible. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. I believe this is the last battle of the 10-0 win streak. Ooh, we have an obstacle lead. Let's see how we play this. Really bad lead, right? Really bad lead. Got to go into the Giratina. They go into, I remember this one, Shadow Moltres. Very, very interesting. Now, I couldn't think what Moltres' attack, so I know it has Sky Attack. I didn't realize it had Ancient Power. So I shield that. It probably maybe has some sort of fire move. Does it? I don't know. Does it have Overheat? I actually don't know. But either way, that's fine. We're going to be able to go for another one. I'm not even baiting the Ancient Power at this point. We're just going for the Dragon Claw, and they do go ahead and shield. Shadow Moltres is really frail. So I'm going to go ahead. I really, really want to win Switch because Aurorus does not want any part of Obstagoon, right? So we're going to go ahead and obviously I could take it. They do get a boost. I think I could have farmed down if they didn't get the boost. Maybe I could have farmed down anyway, but we didn't want to risk it. I just wanted to take the Switch. I just wanted to take the Switch. In comes Charizard, so it's double fire. So now we're going for the Ancient Power, but they're actually going to go ahead and throw an attack at us. And Dragon Claw is going to beat out the KO, but that's fine because now we have Aurorus on this thing. And they try and catch. So what I'm going to do is charge up for a Meteor Beam and then switch out into a Alolan Ninetales. They're going to be able to throw an attack at us. Now, Aurorus is not weak to fire, so it actually lives a Blast Burn from a Shadow Charizard, which I found out in the latest set, which I didn't realize. I mean, it does a lot, don't get me wrong, but you do live it. So we have the Meteor Beam ready to go. Plus, we could just farm this down. They get it with another one that doesn't KO. We could throw an attack at the Charizard, and the thing is, like, they have to throw an attack at us. They can't farm us down. So we're gonna be able to get off a Weather Ball. We have another Weather Ball ready to go, and yeah, we'll just force them to dump energy, right? They have to, but they don't. So if they had an attack, which I think they do, but either way, we're just gonna be able to KO, and we're gonna be able to take that game and beat in an Obstagoon lead. But against an Obstagoon lead or a Fighter lead, I would say that you do have to win the secondary matchup. And look how close we are. We're so close. Anyway, that will be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.